Liverpool's position in the VAR table has been revealed. Without VAR, Liverpool would be at the top of the Premier League table. According to a study, the Reds would be 5 points better off and 2 points ahead of second-placed Arsenal. And that's without taking into account Luis Diaz's goal against Tottenham Hotspur last month, which was wrongly disallowed. After the game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it emerged that the VAR mistakenly thought that the infield decision was to award the goal. This resulted in VAR Darren England giving a "control completed" message despite realizing that Diaz was offside and the goal was disallowed. Despite this controversy, however, it did not qualify for inclusion in the table as it was not the first VAR incident in the game and the VAR did not actually manage to overturn the offside decision on the pitch. However, Liverpool were also down to 9 men for the game against Ange Postecoglou's side, with Curtis Jones and Diogo Jota sent off. According to the report, Jones sending off was the biggest decision against Jürgen Klopp's side this season. The biggest decision against them at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium came when Curtis Jones was shown a red card in the 26th minute. The score was 0-0 at the time. Liverpool's recent form has been slightly better than Spurs, and at that point in the game the expectation of a goal was higher. With 11 players on the pitch, the VAR effect gives Liverpool a 1-0 win. Another big decision that has gone against the Reds this season came on the opening day against Chelsea. Had Mohamed Salah's goal in the 29th minute been awarded instead of ruled out for offside, the Reds, already 1-0 up, would have won the game instead of drawing. The report takes 5 key factors into account when tabulating the VAR impact. These are the form of the team, the time of the incident, the goal expectation at the time of the incident, the strength of the team and the impact of the incident. The latest rankings represent a big change for Liverpool, as only one club last season changed the result in their favour by making more decisions at key moments. Fabrizio Romano announces, Liverpool can sign the £34 million heir to Thiago. Liverpool have had an impressive summer transfer window, rebuilding the balance in the centre of midfield that was bogged down last season. The Reds failed to qualify for the Champions League and struggled to produce performances of their usual calibre under Jürgen Klopp. This season, however, things have started well again and the Anfield side looked set to challenge for the Premier League title this season. Significant additions were made to the midfield in the summer transfer window, but the overhaul is far from complete. Klopp looks set to push the rebuild forward by returning for a summer target, which is likely to be available in January. Liverpool have been chasing the signature of Brazilian starlet Endre this year. Indeed, while much effort was made, Fluminense were reluctant to let go of their prized asset in the middle of the Brasileiro Serie A campaign. With the selling club also facing Argentine side Boca Juniors in the Copa Libertadores final, the chances of letting Endre go were always remote. However, according to Fabrizio Romano, the 22-year-old is still on the Merseyside club's radar. And with a €40 million release clause in his contract, the midfielder will be a target in January after Fluminense's campaign ends. The Reds are also interested in Bayern Munich's Jamal Musiala, the journalist said. As well as Musiala, we've seen transfer rumours about some of Liverpool's other big names and I wanted to touch on that here. I think Endre could have a chance to transfer in 2024, but we will see what happens in the negotiations with Fluminense. It won't be easy as they are always strong in negotiations, he said. Endre, who came through Fluminense youth system, has made 20 league appearances this season with 95% passing accuracy. He has also made 8 recoveries and 2.1 tackles per game and has been successful on 70% of his dribbles. He won 62% of his duels. Described as a leader by scout Jacek Kulik, he made 156 career appearances, scoring 4 goals and assisting 3 others. He also made 2 appearances for the Brazil national team. A tenacious and energetic player who distributes the ball well, Endre ranked in the top 1% of midfielders in similar leagues last year in pass completion, top 1% in attempted passes, top 12% in successful interceptions, and top 22% in forward ball carries per game. These attributes are not dissimilar to the technical skills and ball-playing ability of Liverpool's Spanish maestro Thiago Alcantara, described by Michael Owen as astonishing. The 32-year-old, signed from Bayern Munich for £25 million in 2020, misses at least 10 games every year due to injury and has missed all 11 this term as he continues to rehabilitate a hip injury. With his contract expiring next summer, it is almost certain that the £200,000 a week gem will spend his last season on English shores. While it is hoped he will return soon to strengthen Klopp's side, interest in Andre seems to be in the same breath as Thiago's situation. For all his fitness struggles, Thiago is an outstanding midfielder, ranking in the top 4% of attempted passes among his positional peers in Europe's top 5 leagues. He is also in the top 6% for forward passes, top 10% for successful tackles, top 7% for interceptions and top 9% for interceptions per game. Andre is a controller, as Melissa Reddy puts it, and seems to have the tools to transfer this red sensation. Joining the team in 2024, he could be the man to take over the baton and help Liverpool in their eternal quest for success. Jamie Carragher claims no one has noticed how good a Liverpool player is this season. Liverpool have indeed been on a run of form this season that is on par with last season. It's been a good start to the season, and if it wasn't for the VAR issues, they would probably be top of the table right now. Van Dijk was disappointing last season, and many wondered whether the 32-year-old was past his peak. But fortunately, Virgil seems to have been reinvigorated this season. Taking the captain's armband from Jordan Henderson seems to have done him good. Reds legend Carragher seems to agree. For Liverpool to challenge for the title this season, Virgil van Dijk had to reassert himself as the leader of the team. The reassuring news for Jürgen Klopp is that he is doing that. Apart from a bad day against Newcastle United, Van Dijk's form has been an overlooked feature of Liverpool's encouraging start. It's a timely response because for the first time in his Anfield career, Van Dijk has to silence the doubters. By his standards, the last 12 months have been bad, but we must not forget how extraordinarily high those standards are, Carragher said. Aside from the red card at Newcastle, Van Dijk has another big blot on his record this season. Most recently against Brighton, his pass to Alexis Mac Allister was horribly short. It got the Argentine in trouble and unnecessarily opened the door for the goals to take the lead. Aside from those two moments, Virgil was really good. The responsibility of captaincy seems to bring out the best in him. Last season the Dutchman seemed lethargic, even apathetic. But the reshaping of the team has brought the fire back. On his day, Van Dijk is still the best stopper in world football. Some may dispute that, but we don't see anyone who can match Liverpool's number 4. There are those who have forgotten how solid Van Dijk was after his long-term injury in 2020. He may be 32, but Virgil has missed just 12 of 84 Premier League games since his injury, 2 of them through suspension. Before that, Van Dijk started 76 of 76 games. He is in impeccable form and the big man is far, far from finished. If he keeps up his good form, he won't be overlooked for long.